Welcome back, dear Burgundians, to your precious homeland. We're continuing now as Burgundy. Finally, at least for me, it's been finally. I don't know how long it will be when this episode is uploaded compared to the last one, but I haven't been able to record for about 2 weeks or so due to having a rather strange affliction, really, that have left me unable to record now for, as I mentioned, about 2 weeks. And in about 1 week, or maybe 2 weeks, I don't know exactly when it will happen, but soon enough, I will need to go into surgery to remove 2 of my wisdom teeth. Will probably knock me out of action for, I don't even know how long. I've never done that before. So unfortunately, there will be some gaps in the schedule this spring for the channel, unfortunately. So at least now you're aware of what's happened and what might end up happening in the future. But let's not continue, let's not waste any more time on that which is irrelevant to our current campaign as the mighty Burgundy. We shall continue with our war against the perfidious Scandinavians and their allies. They have really only Oldenburg and Burrowed over there in India, and then we're also fighting against Macedonia. But other than that, the wars that we have to fight, they are starting to dry up. We can finally maybe have some peace for Burgundy for once, and with 100% war exhaustion, that would be pretty darn nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, we really do need to have some peace soon. We will focus some of our efforts. We have 60,000 men over here in Albania, ready to strike against the goddamn Macedonians, even though I don't know if we are the aggressors here. We are the aggressors, but goddamn Macedonians nonetheless. We need to knock them out and then continue to make sure that we win that war. We can't let the Albanians down, they are our friends. I did receive a comment saying that we should probably be able to go above the infamy cap at this point, but we do have a string of nice allies, which would be unfortunate to lose them. We have a good diplomatic reputation across the world due to our actions as world police, and it would be a shame to see that go to waste. We have England, we can rely on our German satellite nations. We have our Indian majors, I could almost call them Hyderabad and Bengal. Actually, not Hyderabad, but Vijayanagar and Bengal to rely upon for help in the Asian territories, and Bengal also being rewarded with this little land, which makes him a strange entity, but I like it. So, I don't want to go over the infamy cap if it can be avoided, just because I want our friends. We have some nice friends. Oh my, I can barely remember what happened. As I mentioned, 2 weeks. 2 weeks of not having been able to continue this. Our economy is recovering now suddenly. It's just the initial loading into the game crash that it usually goes through. We're still taxing all the poor people, so that's nice. And the economy is just beautifully stable. Factories over here are not having a good day though, especially it's just the Tahiti regions, and we just need to cleanse them from factories. It's just a bit overcrowded. There's not enough workers for them anyway. Don't know why they even care. And Burgundian Palatinate is apparently having some issues with some of them. Let's just close them down. Actually, open up all the factories. I don't know if any of them closed down due to maybe a siege somewhere or whatnot. Might as well just give them another shot. The Albanians are having massive problems with reactionaries that we need to help them with. Yeah, all kinds of Albanian rebels are popping up. So we will save them. There's no big deal there. How's it going in Scandinavia? Are we sending any men there? No, we're not. But the Commonwealth is doing a great job on its own, so I'm pretty sure they can handle it. The Scandinavians are at 100% war exhaustion, just like us, so we're not alone in that. They only have 104 brigades, which is not that much. It's less than half of what we have. So that's great, and if there's one thing I would like to have from Scandinavia, it would actually be plenty of things. For one thing, it would be Singapore over here. Singapore would be really nice to have. Though, at this point, it doesn't really matter that much. It only has tropical wood and 25,000 province population. So I think the surrounding areas are more important, really, than Singapore. So we could probably do without it. It would be nice to finish off this region, though. We could also do with swallowing Malacca at some point, just to complete the conquest. Another thing would be nice. What would be nice, Scandinavia? There was something I noticed with Scandinavia. What was it you have? God damn it. I guess taking some of their regions over here, they do have a fairly vast colonial network with all of this in Africa. They also have this little land here that we would probably like to have if it didn't cost so much. And then we also have Hispaniola over here, or Sudur Hafayar, that thing. Let's see, electricity was done. Everything else seems to be pretty much done. Social science would be nice for the education efficiency of 50%. Would be nice, but we are doing really well with literacy. So I don't know if that's necessary. This could be good though. This could be good. I like that. Go for that. So how's it going now? They are rushing up towards Jylland. We can't defeat that fleet. There's just no way we can defeat that fleet. We have this battle over here going along. We only have a few monitors available against their entire fleet. And we are somehow losing the battle. Should probably send out our main fleet to help them out. And then we have this fleet that is coming up to help them. There's no way they will win. Maybe if we combine all of our monitors that we have available, we could probably win that. Yeah, we didn't lose any ships at all, and they lost more. So we should gather up all the fleets in one location now, and then try to strike against the Scandinavian blockade and see if we can manage. The Scandinavians are willing to go for peace and give up both Scandinavian Westpreussen and to acquire the lowlands. I will decline for now and see if our allies want to do anything more with them. Plus it would be really nice to actually finish and trying out a naval combat against the Scandinavians, especially when we now have gathered most of our fleet. Not all of it, but most of it. We still have this fleet over here, which is strong, still stationed in Asia, in case the Japanese Empire tries anything. We should probably go against the Japanese Empire next. I've said that about 4 or 5 times by now, but one day we will actually go against the Japanese Empire. It won't be this day, might not be next day, but one of these days. Scandinavia still wants that. I still want the naval combat. I want to see how it goes. Steam transports, move away. You're all hurt, and you won't be effective in combat anyway. So there's only 6 monitors. That won't actually do anything to our main navy anyway, so they will stay behind. These fleets still need 2 months or so to recover. That's fair. We'll give them 2 months, and then we will go and murder them. They will be led by Laurent Laurent. Okay, my eyes probably need surgery too. Laurent Thorn, who is an intellectual and brilliant. That's a good combination. A really good combination. He's a brilliant general. Admiral. Yeah, admiral. He's a brilliant admiral. I think we... Wait, I gotta check the modifiers for war exhaustion. It affects RGO throughput and factory throughput. Yeah, it actually absolutely devastates our factories. So for now, I will, since we don't want to lose any factories, especially not due to anything like modifier such as that, we'll put them under subsidies for now, just because I don't want to lose any levels for any of them. That would take ages to get back. Associationism done, and phenomenalism moving forward. Here we are. Okay, so how well repaired are all of you? I could give you an extra month. Okay, so at the end of September we will move out, or at the beginning of October we will move out. 1st of October? No, it takes apparently a bit longer than that to fix it. Huh. How many of them can repair at the same time? Can I see that somehow? There will be no suffrage at this point, at this junction. Actually, I want more liberals in my upper house. We can do something against all of these movements. Burgundy communists, for example, They are starting to be strong enough to rise up against us. What do people want? The Anti-Pollution League is fairly strong. It's actually really, really strong, so we will go against pollution. We're really progressive for a country at 1887, I gotta say. They should not have died in vain. Ah, God. We should all... Ah, God, the puns. It is the same pun. We'll send some dice to them. Let's see. Alright, at the end of next month, it should probably be alright. I hope. Probably, hopefully. Or maybe we need to wait all the way to October before we can initiate our assault. 256 ships, that is most of their fleets. And our fleet is substantial. But we only have 90 ships combat ready, hopefully. Or will they be? I don't even know if they're recovering at this point. Are they repairing? Or are there too many ships here for all of them to repair? Maybe I should divide them up. You know what, I will, just in case, I will divide them up and put them on different places, like Rotterdam and stuff, and see if they repair better. And now suddenly we are losing money. Steamer convoys. Potentially due to... Wait, oh, that's not even... Okay, I see. That's not even a place. A cool place. There's no naval base there. That's what went wrong. Alright, so that's why we're also losing now, because now we're actually up repairing these ships. I see. I should have figured that out before, but sooner but rather than later. Or later rather than never. And Macedonia is getting attacked by Bulgaria. And they're also attacking our little friend here. That is not acceptable. Where is their capital? In Athens. Let's go for Athens. No, 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 Albania. Don't you dare lose. There we go. We turned it around. We turned it around. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Wonderful victory. Wonderful victory. What does Bulgaria want from... Let's see. Bulgarian liberation of East Macedonia. Wait, are we both going for each? North Macedonia. Okay, they're going for different places. That is better. Let's see, they can't be standing up against us, right? They have no morale, they have no organization, they have nothing. Barely have any men. Well, they barely stood up. Let's see, in Edessa, can we defeat them now? We defeated some of them, so that's good. And now 23,000 men will approach in... There we go. They are losing more men than we do. And then they stop losing men, and they will probably lose the battle and move forward. I hate when it spends like a week with this, which is a massive waste of time. Just a massive. And then we can defeat them, and there's rebels all over. There's rebels all over them again, holy crap! This is an unstable nation that we're supporting. A really, really unstable nation. Oh, luckily we get friends. Plantagenet. Wait, what? What? Since when? Well, they are in the war, sure. I guess. But this is the first time... Okay, in Vanilla Victoria 2, I almost never see United States or any of the American nations send troops anywhere else but America, right? And now I'm seeing Plantagenet troops landing in Albania to help against the war with Macedonia here in, well, the Greek area, the Balkans. And I'm also seeing Bengal taking territory in Africa. If this mod has changed anything, well, it has changed a lot of things. But if this mod is responsible for that, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it extra much, then, one could say. We could accept another reform, because the minimum wage movement now snapped up a lot of support. So we will go for acceptable minimum wage for the people. And now, is the fleet ready? This fleet is ready. This fleet is almost ready, I hope. How long will it be? It's been a long time already. Let's see if it changes anything now when the month is going to flip. It barely is. Can we switch out places with them? Like if you go to Middelburg, will it be better? Because for some reason you're not repairing, and I don't like it. You're not getting the supplies you need, while these ones are. That could affect it. Do we have all the spending up? We do. Could be that steamer convoys are in short supply. Which I'm pretty sure they are. Let's see, steamer convoys, steamer convoys, steamer convoys. Where did you go? Raw materials, industrial goods. Can be in consumer goods, potentially. Ah, I hate trying to find something. When you look for it, you can't find it. There's like clipper convoys. Explosives. Alright. Fine, it's somewhere. Great. It's somewhere. I give up. But Macedonia is also ready to give up. And we will accept that. Wait, what? Acquire? Oh, they only took what their own course. Okay, I can respect that. It feels a bit underwhelming considering we invested a lot of effort into that. But sure. Sure. Whatever you want to do. We just need to save Tirana very, very quickly, otherwise we will lose Albanians as our friend, which would be terrifying. Well, not really terrifying, but it would be a shame. Murder them. Come on. And can we see if the fleet has now repaired? Yes. Okay, I will do one more month, then the assault will begin on them. No more delays. No more delays at all. And take out the other rebels too. Good. In the beginning of May, the Battle of Öresund will begin. We didn't even lift a finger against Scandinavians and they're already collapsing. A giant on clay feet. We could just meet up in Daggerbank and connect up and head towards it. Oh god, that went really quickly. So we have monitors, state-of-the-art technology. Some of them are a bit damaged, but that's fine. We did give them ample time to try, at least. Now we can follow this naval battle here. Let's see who wins and who loses. They are using mostly man of war. I want to see if they have anything differently. Commerce raiders, frigates, man of war. And we are using our monitors. I don't know if our monitors will be good enough though. It doesn't seem like it because we're losing organization at a rapid rate. Which is understandable considering their massive amount of ships. But our monitors are fairly good. Fairly good. I mean, I guess Ironclad would make more sense overall, but not certain. Okay, I think we are outmatched and outgunned. Mostly outgunned. Outnumbered would be a better way of putting it. I guess we got our answer. Let's have peace now before we lose our entire fleet. That was stupid of me. But at least now we can have peace with them. They would not accept this offer. Alright. But we skipped that one. Scotland acquires all its places. All states with core provinces to Scotland from Scandinavia. Well, if they do that, then they don't need the lowlands and they can acquire Scandinavian Westpreussen and then Scotland will become a thing and the rest we don't give a crap about. That seems fair. Proceed. So now they lose Scotland. And they regain this territory and everyone's happy. And we can conduct a census, which is exactly what we've been clamoring to do all this time. And we just discovered that we need to fix our fleet. Definitely. Cede the Malacca treaties. With the growing power of Malacca, our Malaysian colonies have become almost worthless. If we cede our colonies to Malacca, it would simultaneously relieve us of the headache of running them and greatly improve our relationship with Malacca. It is our gate to Indonesia. Cede Penang to Malacca. We will lose 5 infamy. That's pretty significant. 21 prestige. Yeah, I am ready to do that. That's 1 province, and it barely was worth anything at all. So, that's something. And it also looks better on the map. All in all, a great suggestion and a great treaty, and we lost 5 infamy, which can fuel future wars. But more importantly, we are now at peace. For the first time in I don't know how long, Burgundy can move forward. It can look towards the future and not be stranded in the past. That is beautiful. If I could do anything at all, it would be to improve our steamer convoy production, if that is at all possible. Do we have anything that can produce steamer convoys? Fortunately, I can't build factories. Do we produce any steamer convoys? I still don't know where to find them here. Goddamn steamer convoys. Steamer convoys. Come on. Shouldn't be this hard to find you. I just can't remember what they look like on the deal. Oh, there. Is that a steamer convoy? I thought it was something else. We are apparently producing some of them. And that some of them is 5% of the world production. But where is the steamer convoy shipyard? I don't know where, but we will upgrade all factories that we can upgrade. And now we will remove subsidies from all the factories except for the steamer shipyard. Steamer shipyard. Bear with me now while I'm trying to find this on the big list of things that we produce. A big list of factories that we own. Don't tell me it's in the Lesser Antilles. Well, we will have subsidies on them, and we will upgrade them manually. Hopefully, that can do the trick. And maybe they will attract some more workers from the nearby factory, since we will increase the priority on it to the highest possible. We already have enough wood to go around. We just need more ships. That's all we need. So if we could get more of them, that would be great. That would be a wonderful thing too, if you could set up like economic scheme, where you say that certain categories of factories, such as, for example, these convoys, or certain factories, because I know clipper convoys, at least in vanilla, always close down immediately upon opening, because the capitalists are terrible. What if you could set your economic policy saying that clipper convoys and military equipment are all subsidized, but the rest are not? Because right now you can have that they are subsidized upon creation, if you have that political party, or you can subsidize all of them, or pick in between here, which is a hassle. I guess you could just click here and show or hide all the ones that are not what you want. But that's also a hassle. Like in-depth kind of economic policies like that would be really fun. I like that. The light of democracy. Burgundian envoy arrives to Armenia. We are still allied with Armenia, which is great. We failed to save them, which is less great. But one day we might, and that is great. So I'm just interested to see what this envoy actually means to Armenia and what it means to us. Terra d'Oro purchase. We have acquired several lands in Mauritania, but the small colony of Terra d'Oro is not our hands. We could offer to buy it for a small price. Yes, we could. Yes, we could. I am tempted to go for it. Sure, why not? Purchase successful. Excellent. I love these small events. So we purchased some land from the San Marcos Republic, and it went great. Good job, San Marco. Good job. The Nubian Confederation wants an alliance. That is an interesting offer, and I'm accepting it. I'm accepting it so we can put them under our influence, under our sphere of influence. Speaking of which, is there anyone that is challenging anywhere here? Braunschweig, we are being challenged in. Oh, that's right. We will add to our sphere of influence and then kick them out. Where else? Jaipur is now friendly. We will add them to our sphere. And what else? Here we are being a bit challenged, not a lot though. Plantadenia. We could get our influence game up there. And the rest are going according to plan. No big surprises. Armenia, we can add them to our sphere. Good. That should be it, and I think that's where we will leave off for now, with the sphere of influence being gone through. Return to form, hopefully, and peace is now a thing in Burgundia, and that is just great for everyone. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later.